Reading for January 22nd, 365 Days of Richer Living Daily Inspirations by Ernest Holmes and Raymond Charles Barker. Reading in gender-neutral language. I am alive, awake, and aware. My spiritual eyes are open. For now we see through a glass darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then shall I know even as I also am known. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 12. O ye people, earth-born folk, ye who have given yourselves to drunkenness and sleep and ignorance of God, be sober now. Cease from your surfeit. Cease to be glamored by irrational sleep. Thrice greatest Hermes. If ye knew God as it ought to be known, ye would walk on the seas, and the mountains would move at your call. Kashf al-Mahud. For now we see through a glass darkly. How familiar this passage is to us. But what does it mean other than our vision is clouded by a material sense of things? Hermes tells us that we are both drunk and asleep, that we are ignorant of God. Emerson tells us that once in a while we awake from our slumber and look about us to perceive the world of reality, but too soon sink back into sleep. From another ancient text quoted above, we are told that if we knew God as we ought to, we would be able to walk on the seas, that the mountains would come at our call. All progress is an awakening. Every new scientific fact is a discovery. This is also an awakening. It is really true that we are largely asleep, dreaming away the hours. Awake, thou that sleepest, and rise from the dead, and Christ shall give you life. It is indeed high time that we awake from this sleep. No one can awake us but the self. Let us then make every endeavor to arouse the mind to reality and to penetrate the gloom of fear and superstition, to cast aside doubt and uncertainty, to behold the light which is eternal. I awake, I awake, I awake. I am alive, awake, and aware. My spiritual eyes are open, as from a long night's sleep I awake.